425. Welcome, DNR Yoga on this Wednesday. It is the 18th of October here in the Midwest. Delighted to see you guys here. Thank you so much for popping on. Wherever you are, please extend deep thanks. And just to note that this book has been popping up on the radar screen the last week or so. Richard Rohr, Catholic priest, kind of a vision, definitely a visionary, spirituality and the 12 steps. So as everybody knows, so been doing the step work for a number of years and on this recovery platform, and just this reading and the context of this book is amazing. Again, first name is Neil. Thank you for coming on to Discover and Recover Yoga. We're going to just see what we can discover, what we can see, maybe as part of the fabric of our being, things that we could maybe release, let go, know that there are alternatives that we could pursue for perhaps a deeper understanding, a deeper awareness. So I just want to say thank you for exploring this. Thank you for coming into the DNR tribe, the family. We're starting in a seated posture. So you might be cross-legged, you might be butterfly pose. I'm going to come towards the mat onto this meditation cushion. So you find cross-legged, you find, maybe butterfly pose. Little full disclosure, I had a little sore low back going on, so I'll be purposely more doing this practice and just verbally and just demoing very, very minimally. So just a little heads up on that. So with those fingertips gently wrapped around the shin, I'm going to suggest you inhaling for cow, seated cow, exhale for cat. So we inhale, we lift and lengthen, or lift the heart, exhale, condense chin. Nice. So just a seated cat. Wow. Few more rounds. But eventually, let's pause. Take a moment to reset, reconnect, realign. And just notice the position the body's in. Notice the mindset, how the mind and the heart set might be showing up in these moments. The other visual that's popping up a bit is this eye of the hurricane. In the midst of the storms just blowing, the storms just continuing to circulate, expand. Can we then become the eye of that hurricane, the eye of that, in that storm, in that massive chaos and tragedy? And what can we do individually, collectively to find that base, that middle, that center of complete calm? Never seen those. Used to be back 20, 30 years ago, they would fly into the middle of a hurricane and coming out of the thick of the storm into the eye of the hurricane would be absolutely stunningly beautiful, picturesque, clear as could be, light breeze. Even the seagulls made it into the eye of the hurricane, so relax in the midst of the storm and take advantage of that calm wind. Big eye, 125 miles in diameter. So if you just notice how the breath is flowing, deepening the inhale through the nose, lengthening the exhale through the mouth. Each exhale, my hope and desire is to get a little more grounded, a little more at ease, a little more centered. Beautiful. Then let the next inhale sweep the arms wide and high. If you'd like, you can figuratively draw energy up from the earth, from the base, palms meet above the crown of the head, and then eventually when you return to the center, come to the center of the heart. Checking in at the heart space, acknowledging this major energy center. Thankful for the heartbeat. Just a note, thankful. Just a shout out to the heart. So deep thanks and gratitude for beating each moment of each day. Autonomic nervous system, thank you so much. I don't want to take it for granted. Let's sweep the arms wide and high. Eventually, that right hand finds the floor, left arm is going to bisect. So coming into this lateral movement of the spine, you like to keep that cervical spine engaged. You can move the head a bit, yes or no. You might feel some expansion along that left side body. Speaking of that, let's bend the left elbow. I'm going to bring the left elbow towards the back of the head. Inhale is going to twist open. Exhale, it's elbow to thigh. Inhale, there's the lifting and twisting. That's funny. Exhale is the condensing. So that's the motion to go through on this side for 4. Breathing steady into that for 3. Almost there for 2. Beautiful. And then on 1, untwist, unwind. We'll return back to the heart center, acknowledging from the heart space and checking in with that nostril breathing, that ujjayi breath. Recommending if you do any cardio, whether you're walking briskly, riding bikes outdoors, indoor cycling, on the Stairmaster, on the treadmill, just try nostril breathing. Come back into that. You can even put the tongue to the roof of the mouth to encourage that nostril breathing. Sweep the arms once again wide and high. Now it's the left hand down, right arm up and over. So same thing, other side. Nice. I'll cue you through this as we go for 3. Yeah, so maybe you walk those left fingertips a little further over towards the edge of the mat, maybe not. For 2. Now, eventually, let's go ahead, bend that right elbow. Yeah, bring the right hand to the back of the neck. On an inhale, that right elbow draws back. You open up that right side, and exhale, it's elbow to condense towards the thigh, the inside the knee. So that's the motion in this process. And that phrase pops up regularly, trust the process. Keep going for 3. Breathing steady into that for 2. And eventually, yes, you're untwisting, you're back to seated, back to cross-legged butterfly pose, back to neutral, back to the future. Man. There's an idea or a concept, maybe it is, within the midst of the turmoil, what can we do to find calmness, peace of mind, contentment? And I think it's minimizing some of our, our contact with social media, the mainstream media, the media, the narrative, what the storyline is, and minimize some of that. Try to get good, healthy sleep. Drink lots of water. Get outside. Yeah, breathe in that fresh, clean air. And talk to people. Reach out if there's you're in some kind of situation. There's the sadness overcoming you, a heartache or something. Please, reach out. People are here. Connect. Okay, here we go. Discover and recover. We're going to come out of seated to table. Yeah, reset or get set up in table. And then we're taking this right leg at it looks like a 45-degree angle or 90-degree angle, I'd say. And we're pulsing. We're going to take the right heel and draw it towards the ceiling. So you can feel that in that right hip and that right glute, the little tiny pulses. Again, I'll just cue through this as we go for 4. Little mat Pilates going on. Here we go for 3. Nice job, guys. Here's 2. All right, now go ahead, please return to table. Okay. Same thing, other side. Left leg extends back. Think about thigh parallel, calf perpendicular, and the foot flex, and begin. Yeah. Nice. Little move, feeling it into that left butt cheek as we keep going. A few more rounds, please. Hopefully that breath is nostril breathing smooth and stable. We'll go 4. Keep pulsing up for 3. That's it. Here we go for 2. All right, on 1, you're back to hands and knees. Beautiful. Everything is resetting here. Nice. Okay, right knee comes out like dog on a fire hydrant. That's the only way I can describe it. We're going to circle that right hip. Yeah. That right foot can stay, relatively relaxed, and you circle this direction for 3. Here, 2. Last one. Circle it backwards. Here's 3. two, and that's one. Back to hands and knees. Okay. Yep. You're resetting here now. It's that left leg comes out like a dog. So it's the same thing to the other side. You're going to work on that left hip flexor as you circle that left leg around, just like you did on the right. And forward at first. If you went backwards at first, we'll change in three. Nice. Try to minimize that right lean as best you can for two. Now, please circle the other way. Hello, hips. Keep going for three. Nice. Almost there for two. All right, left knee lands underneath left hip. We're back to table. Maybe a little hip shimmy, big toes to touch. Draw the knees out wide. Child's pose. Oh. Mm. Yeah. Relax the throat, relax the jaw. If that forehead really makes it to the surface, if you'd like to move the head a little bit from side to side, a little massage right there in the center of the forehead, near the ajna, powerful center, powerful energy center. Beautiful. Return to a full, rich, and deep breath cycle. If the spirit moves you in that way, and you like to deeply breathe in and deeply breathe out through the mouth, you're periodically introducing when the body feels there, or I might just cue it to try that powerful diaphragmatic breathing. Now, here we go. We're going to draw ourselves back up the table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. So hanging out upside down, a little tail wag, a little shoulder shimmy, really rooting to rise. Now, gently that right foot to the outside of the left foot. So the right foot crosses to the outside of the left foot. I got crisscross downward dog legs. We'll hold for three. Breathing into that for two. All right, uncross. Yeah, you're back to your regular mountain or downward dog for a moment. Left foot to the outside of the right. All right, know that, feel that, might be feeling to the hips. We'll hold for three. Breathing into that for two. Now, please uncross. Inhale to the tiptoes. Let's look forward. Walk, step to the top of the mat, standing forward fold. The wardrobe check. Palms eventually glued to the shins or peace fingers to the mat. Let's half lift. Exhale, we'll fold it back in. Beautiful. Nice. All right, I'm going to heel toe my feet a little bit closer together as I bend the knees, right forearm behind right thigh, left forearm behind left thigh, and you have a bind. It's almost as if you're kind of hugging forward towards thigh. You might get opposite hand, opposite wrist, opposite hand, opposite elbow, maybe opposite hand to opposite elbow. Yeah, who knows? We'll hold for three. It's almost there for two now. Please release that bind and let's roll up the spine. Yeah, roots to rise. Nice. And then, yes, mounted pose. So earbuds are in, so hopefully the audio sounds better this week. So we've been doing the toe lifting. Toe pads are lifting off of the mat. Actually, yeah. Thought I had them up. Oh, here I do. Here's an example of what this looks like. With breaders. It's really been a big hit lately. I highly recommend them. Beautiful. Okay. Eventually, yes. Toe pads climb the surface of the mat. Nice. I'm going to take my right hand to my left shoulder, my left hand to my right shoulder. Give myself that tug. And I'm going to just twist. It's a little twist in an attempt to keep the belly button forward. For three. For two. Now on one, please relax the bind. Who knows? Maybe there's a little shoulder shimmy, maybe a little neck roll. Now it is left hand to right shoulder and right hand to left shoulder. So opposite. Oh, there's a nice top. Finding that stupid groundedness into your surface, and then beginning that you already have that little twist. Here we go for four, three, two, And then one, please let go. Mhm. Nice. If you're at an area where you'd like to step off of your mat and find a different surface, absolutely. Otherwise, staying on your mat and finding mountain pose once again. Wrap eyes wide open, bringing in that natural beauty, eyes closed, whatever feels, whatever you feel like coming to at this moment. Going kind of as Wim Hof says, just sensing the heartbeat. The blood running through your veins. The aliveness. I'm going to stay just, we just heel to this feet a little wider, past hip distance. And we're just going to create that 5-pointed star. I'm just going to inhale and lift the arms up. Let the gaze lift. Root to rise. So the arms and legs are the 4 points of the star. The crown is the 5th point. Really root to rise. Spread the fingers wide. Bring in that energy. Sip it in. Soak it in. Yes. Breathe it in. Nice. Inhale, may extend a bit through the extremities. As you exhale, hands to the hips. And just get a gentle forward fold. Once down there, I'd suggest let the arms release. You might heel toe and feet out even wider if you want to come sideways on your mat. Absolutely. Suggestion is to take the right hand underneath the nose and left arm to the sky towards the ceiling. So you have a lovely twist. We'll hold for 3, getting into that for 2. Now on 1, left hand comes down, right arm goes up. Here we go for 3, getting into that for 2. Now on 1, lower back down. All right, I'm going to cue you guys for this next one. In this wide-legged stance, I'm going to take that right hand to the right shin, right ankle, maybe the right foot, and maybe I float the left arm over there as well. So you now have your core hovering over your right thigh. So right hand might find shin, ankle, or foot. Left hand may float over there as well as we hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now one, please release through center. Just, come on over. So now it's the left hand to left shin, left ankle, top of the left foot, and maybe the right hand floats over there as well. Yeah. So the breath continues to flow freely as you take that, let that core hover over that thigh for 3. We've got almost there for 2. Now 1, gently come back to center. Come back to center. Oh. Nice. I'm going to heel toe my feet in just a little closer. I'm going to bring my left hand to my left hip, my right hand to my right hip, and come all the way up. So, standing position, revisit 5-pointed star. Inhale to lengthen and root on the exhale, just a little squat. So just thinking about those knees traveling over the tops of the feet. Nice. Beautiful. Maybe a little side to side sway as we go for 4. Breathing into this for 3. Here's 2. Now 1, we re-straighten the legs, hands back onto the hips. Pause. I would suggest we heel toe those feet back in closer together. Mountain pose. Check in with the breath. Check in with the posture. Check in with your surroundings, your energy, the vibrancy that you can pick up, that you can even exhibit, feel it, sense it, notice it. Big breath in, big breath out. Shift the weight into this right foot. I'm going to come up and find free pose as I take this left foot to the right ankle, right calf, or the inside of the right thigh. So here we are in the midst of autumn. The vibrancy, the energy, the brilliance of the colors changing. Noticing not to dump into that right hip. I have a tendency to let it draw over to the right side. So I'm going to see if I can really root to rise into that right foot. That's the guy. I've got a pretty strong connection of that left foot to right thigh. Hold for 3. So there's a poster we have. It says strong, freeze, still sway for 2. Nice. Now please release. Maybe it'll give me the hip. Pause. So let's reset in mountain. Mm. Depending where you are, eyes open or eyes closed. Mm. 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 Again, noticing the heartbeat, the blood running through your veins. Thank you, Wim Hof, the Iceman. Mm. Okay, I'm going to pause, taking the weight into that left foot. I'm going to come on to the free pose, the other side. Left foot is rooted, pun intended. Right foot is somewhere, anywhere but the inside of that left knee. I'm going to take it to the cat first. Yeah, I'm going to try to I'm going to try to see if I can not dump into this left hip. And these hips, friends, as you know, are artificial. Yeah, they'll make for interesting times. So whatever the arms are going to do, we'll call them the branches. Certainly find the kickstand version of this, which is a great alternative. Your gaze, your drishti is, for me, it's down and out. Even though I don't feel down and out, my just needs to look up and out, but that actually helps you, with uh, getting more balanced. But build from the base. Perhaps for me, it was looking down and out. Yeah, look up. We'll hold for 3. We'll go breathing into that for 2. Gently release. Nice. Mm-hmm. Give yourself a moment to reset and one of my favorite postures, Tadasana. And I'm going to just widen the hands, the feet, maybe a little bit, tiny bit wider than hips. And there's rock the hips back and forth. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to feel a little close together. Let's walk the hands down the thighs, past the knees, onto the shins. And guess what? We're ragdoll again. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. If you have the energy, if you like, you can pop it back to plank or walk it back to plank. Mm-hmm. Nice. So here's an opportunity to stay in this position or lower the knees and flatten the feet, which we'll all do in 4. Here we go for 3. Engaging the lower abs for 2. That one, knees lower, feet flattened, chest stays lifted. The upper body, and the inhale presses into all 10 knuckles of both hands. The exhale, we pressed in chin lower. Inhale to press up, exhale to lower. Nice. So that's the motion as we go for 5. Here's 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Nice. Go ahead and draw the hips back towards the heels. Maybe a more narrowed knee version of child pose. Opportunity to float both arms down by the sides of the body. Some, as long as it doesn't impact negatively the cervical spine, we'll find the bind, wrapping the fingertips around the end blades of the feet, maybe at the low back. Eventually, if that hands are back there, let's sweep them back to the front of the mat. Draw yourself back up to hands and knees. Retuck the toes, revisit downward dog. Mm-hmm. All right. That little time, the thing we call playtime, from the downward dog, I'm going to flip my right hand to my right hip, and try to lift my left leg. So yeah, there may be a touchdown. So it's right hand to the right hip, left leg lifting it, pumping 2 for 3. If you're going into that for 2, nice. 1, back to downward dog. Left hand finds left hip, right leg lifts. Yeah, so we're trying this cross action hold for 3, almost there for 2. On 1, everything's back to table, table all of that, and then just gently spin the torso. Yeah, so just a little circular motion, wrists, shoulders, knees, and hips. Nice. And then other direction. Yeah. Okay, eventually you're back to neutral. Opportunity to cross the ankles, draw the hips back, the legs come forward, or just come, draw the knees out to the side, swing the legs front, swing. And I miss, yes. A lot of baseball going on as we find seated posture enough. Seated posture enough. Arms will go towards the ceiling and a gentle seated forward fold. Just to start this, I'm going to go ahead and minimize that by, for me, it's this meditation cushion. I lift my bum, find that pose. Helping with a little stiffness in low back. Yeah. Beautiful. Eventually, we'll walk the hands up the outstretched legs. Move my meditation cushion. I'm going to bring that right foot to the inside of the left thigh. The right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Arms are going to lift, and I'm going to gently cascade, fold in over this left thigh. Fingertips to the shin, to the ankle, to the foot, wherever we are in that. Yeah. We'll go for 3, feeding into that for 2. Now 1, let's walk the hands up the outstretched left leg. All I'm going to do is take the right hand to the outside of the right hip, press into the right hand and onto that right shin, that right knee, and just open this up for a little back. And then simply lower back down. Nice. And then switch legs. The right leg will go long. Left knee comes inside that right thigh. I'm going to cue you guys through this one. Inhale is kind of lengthening through, and the exhale is going to have that core float over that right thigh. Excuse me, left thigh. Right thigh. I'll get it right. Yeah. So just observing, not judging where the hands are, maybe to that right shin, right ankle, maybe the right foot. Yeah, we'll notice that. Beautiful, breathing steady into that for 3. We're almost there for 2. Now walk up that right, walk the hands up that right leg, plant that left palm just to the outside that left hip. As you press into the left palm, lift the hips. You're going to float that right arm back and find that little baby back bend on the other side for 3. That's it. Here we go for 2. Now gently, you're coming back down to hands and knees. Beautiful. All right. Now reposition yourself in hands and knees. Lower onto the right hip or left. Oh, sorry, Gordy. Now here we are. Nice. Beautiful. From this position, butterfly pose. So a little flutter. You can have the opportunity to grab shins, grab ankles, maybe grab the tops of the feet. A gentle forward fold. Keep going for 3. Just breathing into that for 2. Now on 1, let's go ahead and lean it on back. I'm going to go ahead and from butterfly pose, boat pose. Variations are available to modify. Energetically, listen to your body as where it is for this moment. We'll keep going for 4. Breathing into that for 3. And here we go for 2. Now on 1, let the sole of the feet find the mat. I'm going to bring my hands down by my hips and I'm just going to start to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Here we go for 4. Here's 3. 2. Last one. Coming back to center as you heel toe those feet back to center. The suggestion is, for me, it's fingertips facing forward. Other students have fingertips facing backwards, setting up for reverse table. Feel this into the triceps for many. Some will be able to see the over the top of the thighs, maybe to the ceiling. Some will look behind them because they have that cervical spine flexibility. We hold for 3. If we go breathing into that for 2. Now, when bum re-lowers, let's revisit boat. All is well. We'll hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now, one lower back down. Once again, hands down by the hips, fingers forward or backwards, and reverse table. Now, often from reverse table is to start to walk the legs out and then come into reverse plank. I'm going to stay in reverse table because reverse plank doesn't suit me so well today. So we'll hold wherever you are for 4. Breathing steady into that for 3. Here we go for 2. All right, on 1, we'll lower back down. No boat pose this time, but make sure you've got room behind you. Let's roll it on. Roll in, roll in. Draw the knees in. Give that good squeeze. Bring in that good energy. Okay, friends, soles of feet to the mat. Right ankle to left thigh. Right ankle to left thigh. Draw that left knee in. Right hand between the thighs. Left hand to the outside of the left thigh. Figure 4. Right foot is flexed. Right elbow maybe connects to the inside. I would maybe draw that right elbow to the inside of that right thigh for a little extra nudge. Some will extend this left leg long like so. Otherwise, just keeping it bent so we feel it down here. Hip flex there. We'll hold here. If you feel like the chin lift to the ceiling, I'm going to take the back of the head off the mat. Draw my chin close to the chest and see if I can lower it down and just relax into this. Here we go for 4, static stretch. Breathing into that for 3. Almost there for 2. All right, legs stay exactly where the legs stay where they are. Arms come out like wings. Little change here. I'm going to float the legs to the left in an attempt to land that right foot to the floor, gazing over the right shoulder. Some will take this left hand and grab that right shin or right ankle and draw that right heel up closer to the left hip. Steady breath in, steady breath out. We'll hold for 3. Breathing steady into that for 2. Now on 1, I'm going to gently lift the hips, come back to center. The knees will follow and cross. Who knows? That might mean a little straightening that right leg out, maybe a little shimmy, or wardrobe check. Left ankle, right thigh. I'll guide you through this one. So now left ankle to right thigh. Okay. Once that left foot is flexed, you draw that right knee in. Left hand between the thighs, the right hand to the outside of that right thigh. Here we figure 4 on this. And there's that left elbow nudging that left hip to open, that left toe to stay flat, drawing towards the shin. Breath continues to flow, nostril breathing, maybe every once in a while, introducing that more diaphragmatic breath cycle. We'll hold for 3, breathing into that for 2. Now, the legs stay where they are, arms come out like wings. We float the legs to the right, landing that left foot to the surface, steady gaze, left elbow. Someone will have his right hand grab that left shin, left ankle, and maybe draw that left heel up a little closer to the right hip. Relax. Release. We'll hold for 4. Breathing into that for 3. Almost there for 2. All right, now let's untwist. Oh, yeah. You can find bent knees. You could straighten the legs. You can shake it out. Nice. But eventually, let's draw once again both knees into the chest. Side to side rock, maybe even front to back. If that's the case, the chin tucks in towards the chest. Both legs stick straight to the ceiling. So a little reversal of the blood flow, stick straight to the sky. Soft shoulders, and give those toes a little wiggle. Ankles a little rotation. Thank you, gravity. Thank you, where we are on this planet. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the eye of the hurricane. All right, last little engagement for core is the hands are just down by the sides of the body. Modifications, place the right hand palm down underneath the right butt cheek, the left hand palm down underneath the left butt cheek, and then we'll begin the slow descent. Doesn't matter the speed, doesn't matter whether the modification's there or not. Eventually, yeah. The heels connect to the surface, the feet splay out. The body softens from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Relax the glutes, relax the low back, relax the thoracic spine, cervical spine, throat and jaw. Relax the lips, relax the tongue, cheekbones, eye socket, temple, forehead, crown of the head, just everything. Thank you for the do-over. Well, I may not have realized that, but we did a little do-over. And thank you for being DNR yoga peeps. Participants, grateful, questions, comments, feedback, always welcome. Feel the support, feel the groundedness, maybe a little yin and yang between heaviness and lightness. Opportunities to deepen the inhales and lengthen the exhales. So the in-breath through the nostrils, out-breath through the mouth. Everybody's muted if you like on the exhale to flutter the lips. I challenge you. Big breath in, big breath out, just moving that air, that prana. Next in breath is reach arms overhead. Let's find this morning stretch in whatever time of day you're experiencing. Fingers move, ankles rotate, wrists get a little release, toes as well. Inhale, lengthen just a bit more, but the exhale is going to draw both knees into the chest. Oh. So whatever you grab, whether you're grabbing shins, wrap up the fingertips on the knees, rocking, rolling, staying still. There is an option. Some students like to float onto the right side or the left side. It looks like a little fetal position. Others are staying on their back in that bind. Sounds funny to be in a bind, but when I'm in a bind on the mat, not a bad thing. Binds off the mat, a different story. Now, however you want to find your way to seated, pressing up or rocking and rolling your way up, coming onto the cushion, coming back to this spot of recalibration, realignment. Thank you so much for this version, this October 18th, Wednesday version of Discover and Recover Yoga. Where can we, in the midst of the turmoil, in the midst of the chaos, be the eye of the hurricane? Find moments, ways to express calmness, the serenity that we need in these difficult times. As we draw the hands to the heart space, here's a check-in. Thank you again. Noticing what emanates from the heart space, which is indeed those elements I seek kindness, compassion, empathy, tolerance, patience, forgiveness, but ultimately love. Please know the divine light, the teacher, and the spirit that dwells within me, indeed, with a bunch of gratitude, hopefully a mindset and a heart set towards better understanding, being in the moment. Bows to the divine light, the teacher, and the spirit within you guys. Namaste. Namaste. Coming up. Thank you guys, and recording now.